And of course, welcome back to another episode of Sin TV Now, where I bring you the multicultural perspective in regards to smart, intelligent news and as well as pop culture. So, for today's episode, we are going back into my series that many of you freaks and many of you geeks really seem to enjoy, and that is MMO games with controller support. And there are tons, from Skyforged to Blade and Soul to Onigiri to Terra, and I mean, it can go on and on from there. But however, there are some games that to me personally should have controller support but don't, such as, well, I would say such as Critica, or Critica, I like to say, online, and I would also say Revelation. But there are methods in which you can use a controller, because see, for me, I'm the type that when I use keyboard and mouse, honestly, and I mean honestly, it's tiring for me, and then my hand starts to kind of cramp up, and then I'm just not interested. But I notice when I play with a controller, I can play for longer periods of time, and I know so many of you can relate to that, and you let me know that, which I appreciate. So I am going to continue this series, and if you know of any games that have controller support, let me know, and I will play it here on the show. Now, let's get into some Riot talk, because I always have a lot that I have to talk about before we start playing our game today, which is Dungeon Fighter Online, a game that has over 3 million people playing this game. And my character, actually, I'm playing a Dark Empress. So the way that I did my controller setup, and I do have the link, and I will have the link below today's episode, where you can actually see the layout that I did with Xpadder, because Xpadder is a really good controller setup program that allows you to pretty much set up your controller to play with pretty much almost anything. I mean, the only thing I will say though, with Dungeon Fighter Online, it did take me some time to get it set up, just because this game, just like Ragnarok Online, it is designed for the keyboard and mouse mainly. But I mean, you can use Xpadder, and as you can see here, I am using a Xbox 360 controller. And to be honest with you freaks, this is the easiest controller to set up with many MMOs out there, and even the ones that don't have controller support. I tried using the Xbox 360 controller to play Ragnarok Online, but for some reason the game is so focused within the mouse and keyboard, type setup. So what ended up happening was I kind of gave up on it a little bit, because I just couldn't get the setup and the layout to really work correctly. And the key to me to kind of be proficient with the controller and the setup is making sure I'm able to get my attacks, making sure I can move my character with like the WASD on the joystick of the 360 controller. And once I get those fundamentals down, then that's when I start to kind of work on more of like, some games have combos, things like that. But I like the games where you just plug in the controller and the support is there. Like, once again, Onigiri Vindictus, you just plug in your controller. Black Desert Online, you plug in your controller. And another thing that I'm going to do too is I'm really going to focus more on one game at a time, because what I noticed was I was not being consistent, and I just kept like kind of switching between games and not really allowing the story to unfold. So this is going to be one of my main games, Dungeon Fighter Online. Now that I have the controller set up, we are really good to go in regards to that. So that's pretty much what's been going on with yours truly. I was gone and I'm going to be doing the show every other day, just because I have a lot going on. I'm working on an organization project here, and I'm trying to just get everything clean, everything set and ready to go, and that has really been taking me time. And then in between all of that, then I'm kind of going back and forth and trying to make sure everything is set, everything's good to go. I'm trying out new games, I'm trying out new ways to set up the games with the controller, and yeah, it's a challenge. It's really a challenge. It's not as easy as you think. Now, in regards to the PS4 situation, what I'm hoping for is probably within the following week, I should have one, and I'll get everything set up for that as well and start playing games off of that. But I have to tell you, freaks and geeks out there, these games are, well, first off, they are very expensive. So I'm really going to take my time and what I can do and really build up my collection piece by piece. And that's the way you have to do it. Especially with these anime games out here, they are very, very, very ridiculously expensive. So, what ended up happening too this weekend, I forgot to mention, freaks, is that I ended up getting 3 more games for the PS3. I'm not sure if you know, but PS3 games are really affordable right now. And I'm starting to see that they're starting to go up in price. Especially the anime games are really starting to go up in price. So I am really working on building my PS3 collection as well as building my my PS4 collection, which will be soon. And then I want to make sure, like, I'm done with my PS2 collection. I don't think I'm going to collect any more PS2 games. I just don't have the room for it. Maybe someday I would love to have the room to be able to have, a bigger collection. But I'm just trying to kind of keep things under control for now. So with that being said, let's get into some Dungeon Fighter Online. This game, if you like fighting games, you're gonna love this game. It's really in a way paying respect to a lot of the older type retro games that are the type where you beat up a whole bunch of enemies and stuff like that. So that's what Dungeon Fighter Online is. The story is actually very complex, so I would recommend playing with a new character from the beginning. And the cutscenes are really good too. But this is definitely a game that actually has a very deep storyline. But I just think most people, because you can play Dungeon Fighter Online either PvE, which is what I play, or they have like PvP and you can play against other players. That's just not my thing. So the storyline is very deep. So I do recommend, if you are new to Dungeon Fighter, please make a new character, and really pay attention to the story. It is very interesting if you take the time. So with that being said, let's definitely play. And I'll also go over the layout with you and explaining how I got everything set up and ready to go here. Okay, so in regards to, like, for me, my WASD is my joystick here, so I'm just, you see me moving here, up and down, up and down. And as you can see, my character is actually level 62, so we are on the we are on the road to level 90. We still have a long way to go here. So yeah, I'm just moving with WASD. And let's see what's going on here. So we're just going on doing our quests. One thing to mention, you have your main quests, which are called epic quests, and then you have your side quests. So if you're the type that you just want to know the main story, just focus on that. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, what's this owl flying around me? This owl is actually kind of like a guide, which is interesting. So if you don't know what to do, or if you're stuck, you can just click on the owl like so here, and then the owl, you can hit what's called give advice, and then they'll kind of direct you to what you need to do to continue the story. Now, to do any kind of dialogue or selecting a character, keyboard would be space, but I ended up using the start button on my Xbox 360 controller. And as you can see, you hit that, and then, okay, now, for the right joystick on the Xbox 360 controller here, that I actually put a mouse movement to it, and then to select, I actually used the press down, so the click of the right joystick. So watch here. So let's go here and let's select teleport here. And when I press down, you can see that it's actually coming up, which is pretty cool, if I do say so myself here. Okay, so I just go once again and then just press down, and it's working. I mean, I was so surprised. And I tried to get as many of the hotkeys as I could, but there's only so much room that you have on the Xbox 360 controller. So if you are the type that is trying to set up your controller for DFO, I highly recommend just get all of your main attack commands down and actually have a button open for your potions. And that's pretty much it. That's what I would recommend. Whoa, as I'm like, almost dropped my controller here. Okay, so let's go up here. And we're going right back into the main quest. One thing I like to do, which is very typical for an MMO, I like to stack my quests so that I'm completing multiple ones all simultaneously. I just got to level 62 today, actually. I just did. Okay, so once again, you know, I have the right and the mouse here, movement. And then when I press down, it's the select, kind of like a secondary select button. As you can see, this is a very long dungeon. Okay, so for my main attacks, I have them set with X button. So X button is my main attack. And then the A button I have for one of my other special attacks here. Alright, let me get these fools out of the way here. Alright, let me get them. So yeah, so X is just your standard attack. And also X on the 360 controller is to pick up items. Now, I didn't program anything for Z. So there are some things where I have to use the keyboard just because there was not enough room on the 360 controller. Okay, so then I just hit Z, and then this puts you into the machine, and you're still using that left directional joystick on the 360 controller here, and then you just shoot things here, and then you go through. So that's pretty much it. I mean, overall, like, my weekend, I've just kind of been focusing on kind of getting things cleaned up. And then on top of that, I've been focusing on figuring out okay, and you can use X as well, besides your main attack, to pick items up as well. But I've mainly been trying to figure out, like, what markers do I want to use for my doing the coloring that I've been doing. And so many of you freaks and geeks have really been enjoying that. But, like, for me personally, I think that Sharpies are so far the best that I've used. But I did do some research, and apparently there are other types of, they're called non-bleed markers that you can get. So I found out that you can get, I forgot the name of the markers, but I am going to get 2 sets of markers, and then that's going to be it for me. I'm going to get some more non-bleed fine tip for detail. And then I'm also going to get, whoa, what's going on here? There we go. And then I'm going to get another set of Sharpies, and then that'll be it for my setup or my materials. That'll pretty much be it. Just because it's just like I just don't have the room. And see, it's just really easy, and it's, you know, less stress on the hands, you know? It's kind of nice. Oh, there we go. And I love using this tank because it's just, you get really lazy and then you can just do this. And then you just, you know, get your points. So it's kind of nice. Okay, let's take this one out here. Come on. And then you can dash with just moving, tapping the joystick twice here to move faster, which is kind of nice. And you always want to make sure, get that money. Let me tell you, money is so hard in this game. I swear, man. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But yeah, that's what I've been really kind of focusing on. And let me tell you, these colorings that I've been doing, they're coming out absolutely wonderful. I have just been so impressed with these colorings. So impressed. And that's like the main thing that I have been doing. Just focusing on getting my coloring materials and all of that. And yeah, so I'm just going to get Sharpies and another kind of set of non-bleed. And then maybe I might get maybe one more watercolor set. Because I'm trying to find watercolor paints that don't dry powdery. But I think the main medium that I'm going to be using for coloring is either going to be colored pencils or markers. But Sharpie markers. They seem to have the best color kind of payoff. I've tried the watercolor markers. They're not good for what I want, so, and what I need overall. Alright, let's keep going here. Oh, there we go. Get those points. Whoa, what is going on here? This is literally what I do to get more points here. I mean, you literally could do that like all day if you really wanted to. Get those points. Look at that. Let's see how long I can do this for. Yeah, I could do this all day. I mean, literally, you could do this all day, but we won't. So there we go. Alright, let's get some more of that money. We got a cover fragment here. Alright. Come on. Alright, let's go this way. Let's go. Oh, I was like, why can't I get through? This is crazy. Alright, there we go. Super mode? What is this? Whoa! Super mode! That's what I'm talking about. So it must be like your weapons are stronger or something like that. Can I get those rusty iron scraps? Very important. Oh. Alright, let's keep going here. And this is literally what I do to get most of my items for the quest. I just go to the auction house, because as you go further in this game, what I'm noticing is that the amount of items that you have to collect gets more and more like ridiculous. It seriously does. And it's to the point where I'm like, this is crazy. Like, nobody has time for that, you know? So you just go to the auction house, get your stuff. No! It's overheating. Shoot. Alright, so as you can see, it's damaged, but that's okay. And then, oh man! Oh, that is not okay. Okay, let me get my health up. Whoop. Yep, got him. Pretty good, pretty good. Alright. The man with the machine arms. is called the Machine Arm Warjack. He's a ruthless and bloodthirsty, and his name strikes terror into friend and foe alike. And then for once again, space is my start. So when I hit start, it moves the dialogue forward, of course. He's coming to the north gate. The enemy is not cutting us any slack. I better move our soldiers at the south gate to the north gate. Alright, so we got Marlene. Let's see what Marlene has to say. Adventurer, the cartels at the north gate are acting suspiciously. Could you check out what they're up to? Please look for useful information, like written orders from their leaders. Alright, let's hope so. Okay, so here's one thing, here's a tip from playing the game, for as long as I've played it so far. You don't want to repair your weapons right away. It's really easy, you think you need to. The only thing I would suggest is just look at your weapon. Your weapon has a durability. This is very similar to like Blade and Soul, right? So when I see that durability get to about 10 out of 35, that's when I repair all of my stuff. Because then I'm not spending I'm spending a little bit more, but not like all the time I'm renewing, which is kind of annoying. But oh yeah, the games that I got for PS3. And then you also want to check these as well. So the durability on these is fine. Another thing that's going to be very important too in this game is titles. Now you have something called a title book, and if you look in here, as you complete certain quests or certain side quests, you're given a title. Now the unique thing, which is not unique, but it's a common thing that you see in MMOs and RPGs in general, is, and see, I try to really I try to talk for people who are non-gamers as well, who like gaming, because I really do feel there is a difference between someone who is a gamer and really is into gaming culture versus someone who who doesn't consider themselves a gamer and they just like to play casually. So I try to kind of talk both ways. I'm not trying to talk down or trying to make someone feel stupid. It's just I like to kind of educate people, and I like to kind of talk to people in the way that's very easy to understand. So when you select it and you hit equip, what will happen is you'll see this title above your head, and these titles have special attributes. So I just earned this one today, which is called, I think it's called Supercharged. And what Supercharged does is it gives me plus 34 spirit and hit recovery plus 20, which is very important. And you can always switch these out as you go along, which is pretty cool. So, alright. So that's it, and then you just select it and you hit equipped, and when you see this equipped check mark, you are good to go. And this is what's called a growing weapon, so I believe this one will have until level 65. So we still have a very long way to go here. So hey, you know what? Let's go and collect all of this stuff that we need here. Okay, let's see. We got some cracked debris or whatever. And I still have to get, let's see. For the Bantoon Horn Necklace, I have to get 15 Purged Dreams, 100 Chaos Stone Debris, and 50 Superior Paving Stones, which you can get in the auction house. So this is what I do. I just level up and I get as much money as I can. And then once I get to about like 500,000, then I go into the auction house and just see if I can get it. If I get it, not, I just keep going until I get enough money to get it. Because it just makes the quest, these more longer collection difficult quests, go by so much faster. So, alright, so let's keep going here. So we'll start next quest. And I do have the link too, so you can see the layout. It's pretty cool. So I think we're going to finish this dungeon today. That's what I'm hoping. So let's go ahead. And then when I double tap, you know, I'm running. So everything's working the way it's supposed to, which is cool. And then for my other kind of group attacks, I have them on B. And then Y is kind of like my, it's supposed to be like my kind of forward thrust. And then, okay, so X is just your standard attack. Then I have A as more of like a draining attack. And see, the thing is, you have to be very strategic in Dungeon Fighter. With the Dark Empress, since you're doing a lot more magic-based attacks, you want to keep your most powerful attacks right next to each other. And then I have my ultimate attack, which is G on the keyboard. I have that as the back button on the Xbox 360 controller. So you'll see me use it when we get to the boss here. Alright, so let's get that bloodstone. Alright, let's go. And then I have like my main kind of distance attacks with the left and right trigger buttons here. Or the clicker trigger buttons, that's what I like to call them. Okay, let's get that worn leather. Alright, let's take them out here. Sorry for yawning. It has been a very long day for me. I've been tired this entire weekend. That's like my favorite attack. It seriously is. Because it dealt a lot more damage. Now, don't get me wrong. I am still learning this game. I don't know all the builds and all that stuff. So, hey, if you can help me learn and get better, I would appreciate it. Because I really do need the help. Because I know I should be much stronger by this point. Oh, shoot. Okay, let's see. Come on. There we go. Man, he just won't quit. Alright, let's see. We got cartel orders. This will allow you to kind of move faster. Come on. So let's keep going here. And then see, for the trigger, I have my wave attacks. So as you can see, it's just all simultaneous. So that's how I'm able to get that damage right away. Alright, let's get that health. Maybe we might level up this time, who knows. But yeah, I've always been a fan of like these type of fighting games. I've always loved fighting games because they're really easy depending on what you play. Like Dungeon Fighter, you can just get into it, you just take out a whole bunch of enemies. This is a very like hack and slash type of game. Now it can get repetitive, so I understand why like some people play this game and then they take a break and come back. But for me, I've always loved games like this, so I feel like I would play it like non-stop. There we go. Alright, don't forget that money. Let's see, I don't know what that lost treasure is. Okay. Alright, let's get our health up and going again, which would be very important. Oh, there we go. Yeah, see, and I mean, the Dark Empress can do some serious damage once she gets into her upper levels here. But I'm still kind of learning the builds for her, so... And I'm playing, of course, Female Slayer, but at first I didn't like the Dark Empress, but now I do. She is very, very powerful. I mean, look at that amount of damage right there. Jeez. And this is only with like a couple of attacks too. Alright. Take him out. Oh, I gotta go back up. Sense of direction is horrible. let's keep going here. Oh yeah, so the games that I got. Okay, so for the PS3, I ended up getting Dragon Age 2. Yeah, I know, it sucks. But you know, my thing is I like to try things before, before hearing the assumptions, you know? Alright, so we got a cartel order, so let's get that. We are so close to the boss here. There we go. Diamond. But yeah, so I got Dragon Age 2, and then I got Dragon Age Origins, but then what I found out, it's better to get the Ultimate Edition because it comes with all of the DLCs. And I was like, you know what? Yeah. I think I'm gonna hit 500,000 today. I'm very excited. Alright, let's see if we can do this. Let's go. Took him out. Alright, we're gonna get to 500,000 this time. It's happening. Alright, let's see what's in here. Okay. Oh, we finished the quest. Okay, excellent. Alright, let's take out this boss here. Alright, I'll show you the ultimate attack, so let's do that. So, when you see that, that is your ultimate attack. I mean, literally, this boss does not have a chance. It's, oh, wow. Oh, well, there we go. I completely missed that. I thought I got him there, but... Ooh, excuse me. But yeah, so I got Dragon Age 2. I got the Dragon Age Origins, but I will get the Ultimate Edition, so I get all the DLCs. And then I got Oblivion. Because so many people have been telling me to play the Elder Scrolls games. And I know Elder Scrolls Online also has controller support as well. So I definitely want to try that out. I have really been loving Final Fantasy XIV. So we'll be getting back into that probably later on in the week too. But that is such a good game, and it's such a like, people are so nice. Like, I love games where like people are so, like, they're so nice, and oh man, it's just been great playing Final Fantasy XIV. Really good game. These orders state that the cartels are planning an ambush at the North Gate. If we can eliminate one of their captains, it might slow them down a little. Captain Zeldin went out to take matters into her own hands. Time is of the essence. Adventurer, please fend off the cartel trooper Durin. If he joins forces with the machine-armed Warjack, the Imperial Roman Army... If I can talk today, the Imperial Royal Army won't be able to stop them. So we're gonna stop them. Yeah! That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stop them like we mean it. Alright, let's see if I need to. Oh, okay. I think I'm good. I'll wait. Alright, let me get all this stuff. Let's get all this money. And it's always good to, like, stock up on stuff, you know, because then if there's a quest that requires it, you already have it. So it definitely saves you time. So yes, we hit 500,000 there. So awesome. I didn't think I was going to do it. Alright, so let's start the next quest. Let's keep going here. Almost done with this dungeon. Yes. Okay, let's go. Get that super hold. But yeah, I'm excited to play those games. So we will play Dragon Age and all of that. I'm not sure if I want to play The Witcher though, just because, man, that game looks real hard though. I don't know. Maybe I need to like challenge myself. That's probably what I'm gonna do. Alright, let's keep going. But I realize as I level up, this is getting so much easier, so... Oh, shoot. I gotta go back and get that money. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, let's go back and get that money. Yep, there we go. I think every episode I'm gonna go through an entire dungeon. That's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, once you get into the 60s though, then that's when the story to me really starts to get interesting. So we're kind of dealing with like different army factions and them kind of wanting more and more power. So that's what I've gotten kind of the gist of everything so far. And we have to stop them from using more powerful like machinery. That's pretty much what I've kind of come to understanding so far. Whoa! There we go. I mean, look at all that damage. I mean, it's crazy. And sorry if I look tired today, man. It has been a very long day for yours truly here. But I have to say, okay, first off, I have found my liquid lipsticks, which is the Nabi liquid lipsticks. All of my, like, well, the new lipsticks I'm going to be getting are going to be Nabi. Because first off, they're very affordable. I mean, look at the pigmentation, too. I just put on my base, I put on an LA Girl lip liner. And just put this on top. I mean, it's so soft and nice. The only thing I will say, though, it is very sticky, though. I will say that much. I am so sorry for yawning, man. But, you know, that's just how it goes sometimes. Alright, let's go beat this boss. Alright, there we go. Oh, I'm fighting the wrong enemies. What is wrong with me? I definitely need to get sleep, that's for sure. Alright. I may not even need the special attack. Look at that. And beat my own record once again. 600,000. Yes. Ah, adventurer. How did you know Durin arrived? See, I'm gonna just do different voices. I also came to stop him, but I almost couldn't make it in time. Ah, Marlene told you. I feel so lucky to have so many good friends. In the beginning of the war, the cartels used elements of guerrilla warfare, and then they have expanded into information warfare. They have well-trained spies planted everywhere, including the North Gate, to gather information about Ghent. Our soldiers are already agitated by the news of Wardrak's arrival, and they don't need any more distractions. Could you take care of the cartel agents? Of course we will. Let's go take care of those. But before we take care of those, let's get all this stuff, man. All this stuff that... What is this? Cold... Okay, those are like some type of gators or something. Alright, so we got that. Alright. So let's just keep going here. We're almost done. No, we got one more part. One more part. There we go. It's like my favorite move that she does too. Alright. So as you can see, with the particular setup that I have for my Dark Empress, this game is so easy, like so much easier to play with controller. And much more fun, I have to say, playing with a controller as well, though. I mean, look how fun this is. Oh, man. Need more energy. Woo! Alright, let me get my health back up there. There we go. And this is one of those games too that's really nice. You can just kind of, you know, play casually as well. Like, let's say, you know, you're in between games. I tend to play Dungeon Fighter as a warm-up for some of my other games just because the action is so quick in this game. Let's keep going. And the other thing I've learned too is you don't have to go through all of the rooms. You just go to where you need to go in order to defeat the boss. So that's a nice thing too. There we go. Oh, I died? How? You just hit X and that gives you a token. I don't know how I died. That was kind of ridiculous. Maybe I was in the fire, maybe? Oh, I see. I was in the fire. That's why. And you have to make sure that you hit those or else the door will not open. But in this case, I just had an extra enemy. Yeah, so if you're looking for a really good MMO to kind of start off with, I do recommend Dungeon Fighter Online because it's just really easy to play. Like, it doesn't take much of your time and you can do the story like in pieces. It's not like the type of game where you have to really sit down. It's just one of those games that you can just play as you go, you know? In a way, you play as you feel it, which is kind of nice. But then there are people who really do, you know, take this game seriously as well. So that's good. There we go. Yep. He's gone. Oh, shoot. Whoa, I almost died there. We got him. Got him. Whoa! I beat my own record again. 859,000. Crazy. That was amazing. Wow. Okay, so let's see what Zeldin has to say. No more suspicious activities have been reported. Our plan worked. We tried our best to dispose of the machine-armed warjack before he comes close, but no avail. We can't let him get any closer than he already is, or our soldiers will start running the other way. Adventurer, could you lend a helping hand with the subjugation of the machine-armed warjack? Alright, so we gotta fight a machine. Alright, so let's get all of our stuff. See, is there anything else? Oh yeah, that's some good money there. Alright, I think we're good. Alright, let's finish off this dungeon. And then the next thing I'm working on too, freaks, is I am going to get a another headset, because I love these ones from TTE Sports. It's just the sound quality is amazing. It's just the mic is it's alright, but it's just not the best for what I need. And I know Corsair has these really good headsets. I believe they're called Void, and I just want to try a different brand and see how that goes. I also know Corsair has some really good keyboards as well. So I may just get a complete Corsair setup with the mouse and everything, because my mouse, this is like the third mouse I've changed in less than a year. It's like crazy, man. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to change my mouse and make it, maybe I may do an all Corsair setup depending on the quality of the headsets. I am going to try to get one and see how that goes. But yeah, as you can see, this is very easy. I have the right and left triggers for my other kind of wave attacks, the bumpers for another wave attack. So, oh, the left and right, I have like the Frisian wave attack. That's what I have it for. But yeah, it's very simple to set up, not really difficult at all, and very fun to play. Like, I literally could play DFO all day and not get bored. That's just me. Alright, let's take them out. Alright, let's go here. Alright, so let's get into our machine here. Let's get those points. Get those points. Oh, I didn't know he had a knife. That's crazy, man. There we go. I know I look so tired. Let's see here. Oh, we got another cover fragment. Alright. Almost hitting 300,000 points here. See how long I can do this for. So apparently I think 500 is the limit on the amount of combos you can have, maybe? Or is it 600? I just want to see how long I can do this for. Look at that, 900,000. Oh, we got 1,000,000. Alright, we're almost there. Gonna try to see if I can get 2,000,000 here. Oh, we got 2,000,000. Man, let's stop it right there. Look at that. Whoa, we got a new title, Daredevil. We'll have to check that one out. I didn't know you could get that from doing that. That's cool. Keep going here. Man, I am really getting these points today. Jeez. Kind of surprised. Almost to the boss here. Yeah, I can tell these enemies are starting to get tougher now. See how far we can get going here. I'm like almost, I think what, 1,400 was the max? Oh, I think we're gonna hit 3,000,000, man. Yes, we did. Could we reach 4? Because if we reach 4, that's gonna be crazy. We are almost to 4,000,000 people. Oh, 4,000,000. Okay, we'll stop it there. I have to do that as a challenge sometimes, like to see how long could I do that for. It's like crazy, man. Alright, we are almost to that boss. Oh, they took me out. That's okay. I'll use my regular attacks here. Yeah, I was surprised that Dungeon Fighter Online did not have like automatic like controller support, because this would be the perfect game for that, you know. But I will say though, for Blade and Souls controls, kind of difficult. Alright, let's take this boss out. Are you serious? What is this mess? Alright, you are going down. Going down, yes. Oh, we got him at 5. And the other thing too, these bosses do regenerate their health, so you have to watch it though. There we go. Alright, so Gabrielle, I think he's kind of like this secret kind of NPC in a way. So he brings you like the secret shop. He kind of brings you rare items. And some of them are like really expensive though. You stopped him. That's a load off my chest. Soon, the situation at the North Gate will turn in our favor. Adventurer, some man gave me a letter, and it said it must be delivered to you. No one else. I guess it contains an important message. Would you come over here to me? Whoa! That be the business. Okay, so let's see here. We got... Oh, I need some blue cube fragments. So 100, that's important. Alright, so we'll go ahead. And, oh. So we'll get a whole bunch of these. Because I have a feeling that I might need these in the future. So we'll get a whole bunch. So let's get them all. I know this is like taking forever, but it's just... I give my hand a break here. Because sometimes when I play with a controller, I go real aggressive with my controller. I'm surprised I haven't broken a controller yet. But then my other PS2 controller stopped working, so I just got a new controller. Oh, we got a couple more here. Alright, and I don't need that. Let's see here. Alright, so I'm gonna get all these, because it's really hard to find black cube fragments, okay? Jeez, it's like so expensive. It's like ridiculous. So I'm gonna get a whole bunch of those. And I wonder if this would let me get multiples, but I don't think so. So my hand is getting a workout today. Alright, so let's repair all my weapons. Alright, so we got it. Oh, and let's see what's going on here. Oh, and my inventory is kind of heavy. That's not good. Alright, so let's go back to town and get rid of stuff. Oh, we got a +1 seal basin. Alright. Let's go back to town. And let's see what I want to do. Alright, so let's go meet Marlene, because we finished that dungeon, I believe. Yes, we did. And get our item here. Cool. Alright, so let's go meet Marlene. And then we'll end today's episode. Because why? Because I am tired. And I'm sure many of you do not like seeing me in this kind of state. So I'm sure many of you don't want to see me like that. Oh, and I was going the wrong way. So my inventory is full. Alright, there you... Okay. There you go. I should leave now. This letter is from Captain Luther. We haven't seen Captain Luther in like forever. I'll send someone too soon. And hopefully it's my fine self. Well, hey, a girl can dream, alright? Alright, yay, more experience. We are almost to level 63. Can you believe that? Okay, just gather them in. This girl. I don't know if she's being cute or what. Oh, he turns me on so much. Hearts. I heart hearts. Get it? Hearts? No, that's horrible. He's so hot. Okay, can I have a moment to look at him? Okay, I've had my moment. You're embarrassing the rest of us. This shows your lack of leadership. That's harsh. Sigh. You're right, though. I deserve to be yelled at. What's wrong? Things look serious between you two. Something's happened while I'm distracted. You came at the right time. Ooh! Oh! Is love developing here? You came at the right time. Let's go get that greenhorn captain. Yay for greenhorn captain. So as you can see, this is what's called the quest book. So if you ever are looking for quests, side quests, everything is here. You have your featured quest. That's the one I'm doing right now. And then you also have like your limited quests, that kind of stuff. So I mainly have been doing my epic quests while coinciding doing some of the side quests as well. Trying to get those done as well. So let's close out of that. And let's go meet Zeldine. Alright, so there he is. I didn't know you two were coming. Yeah, you saw us. Come on. How can I help you? I'm like doing the same voice. Okay, whatever. I'm sorry to barge you in on you like this, but I've heard something that can't be overlooked. Captain Schneider, have you heard of the cartels are gathering at the forest in the outskirts of Ghent? No. I haven't received any report like that, because you're like a fool. The forest you're talking about is big and thickly wooded with the bamboo trees. Not the best place for an army of soldiers to congregate. And if our troops have noticed any movement like that, then I would have been notified immediately. I'm impressed by your country's scientific advancement. Its mechanical civilization is just as great as its magical accomplishments. With all due respect, I don't think our enemies can be deterred by a forest of bamboo trees. But Sir Vaughn, what you've heard could just be another groundless rumor spread by the enemy to confuse us. I say, instead of listening to each and every rumor, we should focus on repairing our damaged castle walls and regrouping to rescue our princess. That is a smart man right there, okay? That's how you do it, alright? Don't worry about the rumor. I'll check its authenticity on my end. Alright. So I'm not gonna go through this here, so we'll just go through. So apparently the captain is a decoy. So that sucks. Okay, so we're pretty much lying to be in the group here. That kind of sucks. Alright. So we are on our way getting to level 70. We should get there maybe shortly. I'm going to be playing kind of in between when I'm not on as well. So that way it kind of progresses the leveling. The best times to play DFO though are on the weekend because you do get a 20% boost, which is nice. But yeah, let's get into some food for thought here. So today I was talking all about controller support and how to set up DFO with your controller. Now you can use pretty much any controller so long as it has that left and right joystick to it, and you have 4 buttons, 2 triggers, and like 2 bumpers and 2 trigger buttons here. But I have to say the Xbox 360 controller is by far the most comfortable controller that I have used for playing these MMOs with whether it's controller support or setting it up with Xpadder. I really, really, really love Xpadder. It is so easy to set up once you get the hang of it. Super, super easy. So I definitely recommend you try controller supported games. They are a lot of fun. And if you really take the time, because you have to have patience when you're first setting up like a layout, because I noticed when I was doing my Revelation online, I was having some trouble getting everything to be balanced out. But once you have patience, you take the time, it's not that hard at all. And it's just so cool to play DFO with a controller overall. So with that being said, I'm going to get out of here, get some proper rest, and we'll continue coming up the following day. We're going to finish another dungeon and get through it and understand a little bit more of this story and what's going on in Ghent and all that good stuff. But that'll be for next time. So like I always say, remember to get smart and stay informed.